And today, just like we talked about on Wednesday, today we're going to take standard form and we're going to put it into vertex. So standard form is the expanded, like, unhelpful form, right? Vertex form is the one that helps us out because it tells us where the vertex is. Okay? So we're going to change this into this. We're not changing the equation. It'll be the same graph. But we're just going to move the equation around to look like vertex form, and we're going to do that by using our complete the square method. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. If you have your complete the square method notes out, or you have them with you, take them out so you can look at it. That's the 5-step thing that we did on Wednesday. So when you see a problem like this first one, write this equation in vertex form. Your brain should go, okay, I'm going to complete the square. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start just by completing the square, following those 5 steps. So take this equation, and even though it's not equal to 0, it's equal to f of x, we're going to make it equal to 0 so that we can do our complete the square. So we'll have x squared plus 6x plus 12 equal to 0. Now, when you're doing your Delta math homework, they do it very slightly differently. It's almost the exact same. So if it doesn't match perfectly, that's why. But the answers and everything will be the same. Okay, what is step 1 for completing the square? Yes, yes, and yes. Subtract the 12 to move everything over to the other side. So we want this 12 to the other side. X squared plus 6x equals negative 12. And then we draw our plus line. To set up for our complete square. What is step 3? Yep, find b over 2 squared. So take your b, what is my b number here? 6. We want 6 divided by 2 squared. And then we're going to fill that in on those blanks. So I'm going to rewrite that line as x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals negative 12 plus 9. Okay, here's the simplifying part. This is the part that we kind of get confused on. All of this will always simplify to x plus this number divided by 2. X plus b over 2. What is your b divided by 2? 3, right? X plus 3 squared. And then negative 12 plus 9 is negative 3. And you've now completed the square. This is what we did on Wednesday, right? Okay, there is one extra step we're going to add. One extra step we're going to add. So at this point now, here's the new thing. We are going to take that minus 3 over here, and we're going to move it back to be with the rest of the equation. So plus 3, so we get x plus 3 squared plus 3. And notice, doesn't that look like a vertex form equation? So set it equal to y. You can put the y in front or at the end, doesn't matter. You have now taken this equation up here and rewritten it in vertex form. So now, from here, there's no way you could have told me what the vertex is. But now, what is the vertex? Yep, negative 3. See why it's helpful? Okay? So complete the square and then just move that number back over. Now, something that's easy to forget is the y equals. If you just give me this part, and you don't put y equals, that's not an equation, right? Yeah, you can put it either side. So you could have just like done this and put it at the end if you wanted to. Doesn't matter. I just like it in front because it looks more normal to me. Yes.
On the test, we're gonna have to do it like this with the extra stuff, every single one.
Yeah. If it says write this in vertex form, then yeah, that's the extra step. Okay, so let's do number 2 together. So we're going to start with the x squared minus 4x minus 2 and set it equal to 0. Yes. Probably. Yeah. What do I move? The 2, good. X squared minus 4x equals 2, and then set up your plus in your line. I'm going to give you some time to find b over 2 squared on your own. What did you get for b over 2 squared? Good. And then you squared it and you got 4, right? Negative 4 over 2, negative 2 squared is 4. So, keep going. X squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 2 plus 4. Now, yes.
You just rewrite it.
Yeah, I just wrote this and I filled it up. What does this left side factor to? What is that going to simplify to?
2.
Positive or negative 2?
Negative.
Negative 2. Keep the sign. So this is negative 4. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Remember, this always factors to this middle number divided by 2 every time. Okay, what's my new step? Yeah, we're going to have to subtract 6 this time because it's positive. So subtract 6. Write your y equals. Questions? Feel good? Pretty straightforward, right? Same thing that we did on Wednesday. Just one extra thing. Move that number over. Okay, so then I want you to do this one, and we'll graph and do the rest together. So just get your equation. We'll go over it. We're done. So we start with the x squared plus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. What number did you move over? Good, by making it negative. Add your plus blank. Find your b over 2 squared. B was 4. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. Then you add that into your plus. This side simplifies. Look at the middle number divided by 2. So it simplifies into x plus 2 squared. Negative 5 and 4 gives me the negative 1. And then the brand new step today is just to move that negative 1 over. So when I move it over, I have to add 1. So I get x plus 2 squared plus 1 and y equals. So my vertex form is y equals x plus 2 squared plus 1. Make sure you put the y equals. If you don't, it is not an equation. Let's fill out the rest of this. Where is the vertex on this? Good. Switch the sign to the inside, keep the outside. Let's plot that. Negative 2, 1. And let's go ahead and graph this. We're going to do very quick Simple, easy graphing. So remember, I choose an x value that is close to the x value of my vertex. So if my x value of my vertex is at -2, what's a good number to choose? -1. Okay, so let's plug in -1. So y equals -1 plus 2 squared plus 1. -1 plus 2 is 1. 1 squared plus 1 is 2. So we just found the point -1, 2. This is what we did on Monday, right? When we plug in a number close to your vertex, and that gives you the second point. So we got our second point at -1, 2. So what do we do to get the third point? Yeah, put it across the axis of symmetry. Remember, the axis of symmetry goes down the middle here. So I can reflect this point to the other side, and now we have our graph. Good.
What is the test?
Next Thursday. What is my axis of symmetry? -2, but am I going to just write -2? Good. It's a line. That's why. Just like if you don't put white. Is the vertex a maximum or a minimum? Okay, look at the y value of your vertex. What is my range? Good. Y greater than or equal to -2, right? Because we're starting at -2 and it goes up. Yes, sir.
I just put -2 plus infinity.
Yes. The other way you can write that is -2 to infinity. Make sure you use a bracket on -2. Yes, sir. Oh, it is 1.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, good fix. This is what I get when I trust you guys. But yes, you use the y value. Good catch. It should be 1. Good. Thank you. Good catch. What is our domain always? Yes, or all real numbers. Means the same thing. Increasing, decreasing. Remember, increasing, decreasing splits at the x value of your vertex, where the axis of symmetry is. So, on the left side or on the right side is my graph increasing? Left or right?
Right.
Right. Over here, the graph is increasing. So from -2 to infinity, the graph is increasing. Which means it must be decreasing -infinity to -2 on the other side. Always parentheses on those intervals. We're going to skip the y-intercept because we haven't talked about that, and I don't want to open up another can of worms. Is this graph facing up or down? Okay, and the last question. How many real zeros does this graph contain? What is another word for zero? Yes. And how many x-intercepts are there? None. This graph never hits the x-axis. None. Beautiful. Great job.